So, perfect. So what we are having today is the first part of the basic training, where we talk more about the invitation, how we get actually people interested to do a wellness assessment with us. The next part will be happening next Monday, where we talk about the wellness assessment as such. What do we do in the wellness assessment? What kind of questions can we ask to find out more about the person? And then the third part will be basically rounding up the whole picture to work the circle of success. It's a basic training. From there, obviously, we want to develop further, but first master the basic skills and then take it further from there. So when we look at our business flow, there's where you can see basically our business flow, and don't worry when you can't read everything. Our business flow goes basically from the invitation and then into your daily method of operation. And this is what I want to discuss a little bit with you today. What is a daily method of operation? And the focus is on daily, not once a year. Actually, what do I want to do? What am I able to do on a daily basis? Regarding also your business, your work, if you make it part-time, what is possible for you? What are you liking a lot and what don't you like at all? Some people love a lot Facebook, other people hate Facebook. So there's probably an opportunity, but at the same time, if you hate it par excellence, then you don't want to work with Facebook, if that makes sense, yeah? So there's lots of options where we can look at. From there, the flow leads actually into the wellness evaluation, from there into the 3-day trial, follow-up. So these are all the basic steps we learn, where it goes from there then into the ambassador program and into a new member, developing actually a team. So from the clients, developing a team actually of ambassadors and coaches who are also interested to help others. Does that make sense so far? So this is our complete flow. When you have built that flow once, you start to create the momentum. And this is all what you want to have. But be also a little bit patient in the beginning. Often we expect too much into little time instead of just going really into learning the process, but not just in theory. The best way you learn is actually practice, just doing it. Yeah, I can explain you in theory how a push-up works, but you only learn it when you start to do it. And a push-up for me was in the very first time very tough to do, yeah, because I didn't have arm strength at all. Yeah. Whereas now you say, make a push-up, and I do a push-up, you know? So, but it takes time to build up that muscle. Business is the same like building up a muscle. So this is why I say from the beginning, be a little bit patient with yourself, but patient means not sitting on the couch and waiting and it's actually doing the activity and also risking that you do a mistake, yeah? Because we can't do anything wrong, but that's the dangerous part. Us as adults, we are always scared to make a mistake. This is where we rather do nothing, and then we feel actually like, I'm missing out here, yeah? And this is basically what we need to overcome just to get active, yeah? So never think of, oh, I'm doing something wrong. This basically shows you then the complete flow for you as an active member. I assume, as you are here, you want to be an active member or you are already an active member. So there's also a little bit of flow to your business. The first what you want to have is a royalty conversation. This is what we just agreed on, that on Wednesday we meet at 5 o'clock and we just make a little royalty conversation. You want to learn how you can earn royalties. So if you never had a business royalty conversation, let me know. We can add that on. That's never a problem. So in our business, we can earn the active income, which is the retail income from selling a product, the retail profit. Then you can earn wholesale, which is already part of the passive income. And then you can earn royalties, which is actually what we are all aiming for, because this is the actual passive income. Meaning that you can build a business where you can step back one day and have a income still coming in. Compare it a little bit with when you have an apartment and you rent out an apartment and you get in the rent on a monthly basis, then it's basically a passive income. And this is what you can build up here. So don't focus only on the retail income. And a lot of people say, I'm not a salesperson, I'm not a retail person. Me neither. I never was and I never will be. This is why I love this business. It's about coaching and understand the complete process. And look, where are your benefits and how can you make these benefits for you work? Yeah. So this is just understanding the process. And from there, obviously, it leads then to the 15-10-5-1 that you get your 15-10-5-1 in order. If you don't know what that means right now, you will learn it later on. It means basically that we focus on 15 wellness evaluations. We know from 15 wellness evaluations, we get 10 people on the trial packs. 10 trial packs lead to 5 serious people. This is how you actually can also focus on your real active time you put into the serious people. You filter basically out who is serious, who is not so serious, which makes it far more interesting at the end of the day. And we know out of 5 clients, there's at least one potential person who wants to become an ambassador or a coach. And this is how we can actually penetrate more the market. There's so many people out there who need our help. But how do we find out who is ready for us as a coach? The easiest out of the customer base. Instead of looking for random people who are looking for work, rather find it in your customer base already. It's much easier. So this is what you will learn in the process. And basically then, as an active member, you want to make use of the trainings like we have now here, the basic training. On a Tuesday, we have at Canal Walk the Coaches Academy, which is a 12-week course where you learn more about the products, the sports products, and all of that. And we have the membership advantages presentation on a Tuesday where you learn more about your own advantages, but basically it's also for you the opportunity to take a client with you to show him the opportunity to be an ambassador, to get the products for 25% or even become an active member. And then we have the business building seminar, and please make that when you're an active member, you want to be actively connected all the time. These are our connection points, like the Tuesday training or then the Saturday training, the business building seminar. I actually put up a board now here where you can see all the yearly events, what's happening throughout the year, and you can put it already in the diary. I know all of you have family or need to be organized for the whole year. So then you know already and you can work around actually that you don't miss these events and make it a habit once a month. It's like sticking around the fireplace. It's like a family gathering, but at the same time, like you now, new qualified senior consultants, it's your celebration. You receive your pin, you receive your certificate. The next time you might go there because one of your new members gets now the next recognition. You had the last time your supervisor recognition and Soraya as well. So it's always an excitement there. And obviously you learn from the people who just qualified. How did they do it? So you get new ideas, new inspiration, gives you an opportunity in the break. I always suggest don't talk to the people you know and meet all the time. Talk to the other people who just qualified. Hey, what did you do? What did you do? And obviously you want to ask those who just got a level higher than you so that you get from them maybe a couple of ideas. Yeah. So our business is permanently developing, and that makes the interesting part actually. That's never, never, ever boring. And then the big event, we have the extravaganza. You have the dates here on the wall, so never tell me I didn't know. Extravaganza is our biggest event ever. We have one in Prague, which is for Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So when you think of becoming a leader, that's a very interesting one. Active World Team, I know Leanne wrote it on her flag. Because there's a travel reward even coming up from 8,500 rand and an extra 500 US dollar for first time active world team qualifier. Might be something Soraya is also looking at. And then we have the South African extravaganza, which is for all of us the 18th till the 20th of November. So just write it in your diary. You don't want to miss out these events. This is our big annual event. It's like, I don't know if you celebrate Christmas, but it's like Easter, Christmas, and New Year in one day. Yeah. So this is where we all focus on, and our whole yearly work is actually focused on that event. And those who were at the last extravaganza, I think they know what I'm talking about. I will. Active role team. Yeah. Okay, so let's go into the basic training for today, where we talk about daily method of operation and where we talk about how do we make our first contact. Now, one of the first contact you want to make and not to miss out is your circle of influence. So write down a list of all the people you know. And you basically know at least 100 people. Actually, statistics show that you know 500 people. And now be smart there. When I say you know people, you might have a pool at home. Who has a pool at home and uses a pool service? So if you have a pool service, contact these people as well. Funny enough, I did that recently. It took me long to understand that actually, that I sent, when they sent the invoice, I send them back. And when do you want to have a wellness assessment from me? I make at the moment wellness assessment for companies for free. When do you want to see me? And they sent back, oh, our staff is not interested, but I would be interested. It turned out it was actually the owner of the business. And she's now, in the meantime, a customer, sent me already referrals. So it's quite interesting what's happening there. So really think of, it's your hairdresser, it's the person who makes your nails, it's the dentist you go to. There's everywhere people, yeah, that you can make contact now and can offer a wellness assessment and be blunt and direct and say, listen, I'm a health coach. Do you know anybody who might be interested in a free wellness assessment, who is interested in more energy or weight loss? This is always what I like to say, yeah. And either they say, "Oh, I'm so tired, I think I need you," yeah, or they say, "My friend maybe," or they say, "I don't know anybody at the moment." But then at least you have made the contact, yeah. So when they see you now, talking friends and family or people who know you, when they see you the next time, and you walk up and you look a little bit leaner and you look a little bit happier and you smile a little bit broader because now you have more shakes in your bloodstream, and the people say, hey, you're looking so much better. Yeah, you can say, I told you, I can do a free wellness assessment for you. You can feel like I feel. Come, let's do a wellness assessment. And sometimes we need to be a little bit more, I don't want to say pushy, we shouldn't be pushy, but like, come, we can do an assessment. When can we sit together? Come, we make it tomorrow. You know, people like to procrastinate. I don't have time now. They would have time. They just want to go home and sit in front of the TV because they are tired and bored. But when we bring them a little bit closer to the action, yeah, when they say, come on, we do it now, yeah, this is why you want to be always prepared. Have your Tunita with you, have your presentation book with you. If you don't have a presentation book right now, don't worry, we get to that next Monday and we have all the information for you. So make contact with your circle of influence. This can lead either that you decide, I make a shake party at home, or you can decide, I want to make a healthy breakfast for the new year at home and invite all my friends and my neighbors. Don't forget your neighbors. You might say now, but I don't know my neighbors actually. But that's a good reason, especially now with New Year. Yeah, walk up to the neighbors and say, I'm your neighbor, Happy New Year. We never really had contact. I want to change that in the new year, my New Year's resolution. I want to invite you for breakfast. And then you just decide, but decide beforehand. And this is the trickiest part. A lot of people say, okay, I look how many people I find to come. And then it will never ever happen. Think of when you have planned your wedding or your birthday. Do you ask the people who has time to come, or do you just say, no, I do it on Saturday, and then you start to invite the people? Which way around? You usually plan and say, this is the time when I feel good to have my birthday party, and then you start to invite the people. The same you do there. If people cannot make it on that day, it's nice, you can get back to them and make an assessment then separate for them. Yeah, you invite them over for a cup of tea or for an iced tea and say, come on, we do it now, I'll show you what I have done. Does that make sense? Yeah? So it can be a shake party. It can be for those who start brand new. Hey, I'm launching my business. Hey, what are you doing? I will tell you then. Come over for a glass. Now you can decide if this is a glass bubbly, if this is a glass of champagne. You might not drink alcohol, But what you can do is you take the aloe, top it up with sparkling water, you have the most delicious non-alcohol champagne, and it tastes delicious, and the people get already a feeling of our product. Yeah? Or you invite them for a non-alcoholic cocktail, which is at the end of the day, you make something nice mixed with our tea, and the aloe maybe in it, some ice cubes, a little bit of fruit in it. It looks delicious in a nice glass, and you welcome the people with that. So there's so many opportunities. Do you get the idea? It's more about, hey, I want to make it fun, yeah? It's not about being perfect. It's not about how many people buy now the trial pack. That's not about it. It's more about that the people see what are you doing, that the people see you, how you're looking now, and they see you later on, how you develop. It's more about having fun. It's like you invite people for a bride. Did you ever invite people for a bride? Did you ever invite people for a birthday? Did you ever invite people for coffee and cake? This is exactly the same. And even if you feel better, you invite the people for a tea or coffee party or coffee and cake, then do that. Yeah? And we just work around, then you have the coffee and cake even. If your circle of influence is like, I only come to you when you have coffee and cake, then have the coffee and cake. But we have still the shake on the side and still the other options on the side. Okay? Yeah. So this is how you contact your circle of influence. The same, you can contact your circle of influence and can say, hey, Soraya, would you do me a favor? You know, I'm just in the process of becoming a wellness coach. Now, I must learn this Tanita thing and the metabolic age and all of that. Would you have time just to sit down with me for half an hour and just that I can go through the presentation with you so that I have a little bit more practice? Would you do that for me? If you ask a friend like that, would they do it? Certainly, yeah. If they like you a little bit at least, they would say, hey, no problem. When can we do it? Yeah. They want to help. Now, just it can happen that they say at the end, hey, what's that now all about? That's right, the 3-day trial. I want to start on that. Might happen. Yeah. Don't expect anything. The more presentations you do in the beginning, the more confident you get. It's all about building up your confidence in the beginning. Okay? Wearing the brand. So if you wear the shirt Herbalife Nutrition, yeah? Karian, would you just share with us what happened with you already with wearing the brand?
Looks like a decent brand at both sides. So I can explain to someone from behind, you see the brand in the background. And this, what's this about when we get or which I want to use or whatever. So I had to come behind, I wish I had come going to a store and buying something which you were going to get anyway. Then ask me about my baggage, you want to know about the ticket shop.
So wear the brand in which form or whatever, people are aware of Herbalife. And Herbalife has such a good reputation that people look at it and say, are you selling Herbalife? Yeah, that can happen to you. They just lost their distributor. They moved maybe from another country, from another city, don't have contact with their distributor anymore, or were using Herbalife long time ago. Now they see Herbalife. Now they just remember, oh, I want to lose weight because this is my New Year's resolution. Yeah, you're sent by whoever. Yeah, wow, awesome. I need you. Yeah. So there's so many opportunity, but obviously when we don't show in one form or another, if this is your Herbalife bag, if you cannot afford right now Herbalife branding, your Herbalife membership pack says Herbalife on the outside. Yeah. So throw away all the other no, don't throw away, but use the handbags as little as possible and use your Herbalife bag that the people can see it. Yeah. Use your badge. Which badge, however, you have at least one in your bag, or there's the possibility the 3-day trial is not available at the warehouse, but we can get it from another place close to the warehouse where we can actually ask them to print them for us. But wear it then also all the time. Yeah. So make it a habit. For me, it's a habit now. In the morning, I get up, shower everything, put on my clothes, button is on. Doesn't matter if I go out or not. I can tell you stories over stories, people meeting me at their house, coming to repair something at their house, and seeing my button, and we were starting to chat about the button, and they ended up actually becoming a client. So that button is so amazing for me, and especially now you must think of the people, they are ready to do this work. I mean, South Africa is the fattest country. I don't know if you know that. There are articles now. It will be in the newspaper. It will be in the news more and more. 65% of the South Africans are, 61% to be accurate. 61% of the South Africans are obese or overweight, meaning they face diabetes, high blood pressure, and we have actually the opportunity to help them, at least to show them what they can do. So, but we hide actually when we don't show in form of branding, button, being active on the market. Do you understand what I mean? So let's be a little bit brave. And I know it takes a little bit being brave to really walk around with the button or to walk around with the big branding. But it's so rewarding. I know when the first time somebody talks to you and says, what's that all about? Yeah? And you get, what am I saying now? And this is why you don't wear it often, because you don't know what to say. Yeah. So when somebody actually asks you about the button, what you can say now, for example, with the 3-day trial, so awesome. Listen, I'm a health coach. I have achieved already this and that. So me personally, I say always, look, I've dropped 2 pen sizes 20 years ago, never gained it again. I'm a health coach. I help people with a 3-day trial. I did it yesterday at Spa, and the lady said, the cashier said then to me, is it expensive? I said, it's 99 Rand for 6 meals, a free assessment before and a free assessment after for 99 Rand. Is that expensive for you? She said, no, that's cheap. I said, give me your name and telephone number. I call you later on and we make an appointment. What I did, because I didn't have my diary with me. Easier when you have your diary with you, then you can make an appointment immediately. So it's as simple as that. Yeah. So when you keep your 1 or 2 sentences in your mind, who has a product result here already?
Can I share something here? Because it talks to exactly what you because I have it actually made me joy because Kerry can tell you, I said, no, I just want this for myself, I want for my health. Then I was carrying this green bottle, which I just said, I want another green. And I was carrying this at the meeting in Eastern Cape. Now, this doctor friend of mine came to me and said, I've been carrying around that bottle, why do you? I said, I've been trying to slim and do this and do that. He says, but I've tried not eating bread, doctors, they know their information. So I said, oh, for me, for starters, feedback, now I didn't know because this is why I'm so hungry for the information. I said, all I know is that I started going down on bread, sugar, and all this, and it works. It worked with me in 3 days already. And Kerry was measuring and said, I dropped, me dropped, and the pain in my legs gone. So really, it took that brain. I mean, she's double because she's in the Eastern Cape now, and I'm trying to see if Kerry if it's worth pursuing. Because I just sent the pictures and said, okay, if you don't hear anything, I'll give you information. Give you information. And she said, you know what? I think I might be joining. And here am I almost getting someone to sign up when I just carry the bottle.
Brandy. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And the way she reacted was not knowing what to say, but she said, all I know is since I use that product, I'm not craving sugar anymore, bread anymore. So all what is your personal experience, maybe it makes sense now for you to write down, how did you feel before you started on Herbalife? And how do you feel now? Basically, when you look at all the stories that you put your story together, because then it's much easier to get quickly your story together when you talk to somebody. And this is all you need to know, your own story. This is why we are not salespeople. We don't need a sales pitch. We answer with our own experience, with our own story. That's the beauty. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. So then it's the button tapping. When you wear the button, you think of, nobody asked me about the button. Now I'm wearing the button. But sometimes it's us actually that we are like not really looking at the people. And some cultures, they don't look really into the eyes. Our culture is very much that we look into the eyes when we talk to somebody or when we greet to somebody. Yeah. So for me, it became a second nature to smile, to greet people, even if I don't know the people. I walk into the shop and say, good morning, everybody. Or this morning I went into the post office, good morning, everybody. Happy New Year, everybody. Obviously, everybody was looking then finally, yeah. And there was also somebody standing in the queue, and I said, did you hear about that already? And he said, no, but I could see he isn't interested and he didn't want to have a conversation. That happens. I said, no problem. And I was just waiting till I was the next one then in the row. So don't worry about that. Yeah? You haven't done anything wrong when somebody is not positively responding. Yeah? Just get over that. Yeah? And just be cool. You don't lose anything. That person has lost something. Yeah? But maybe he sees you again because you go to the same post office over and over again and you see the same person over and over again. When you still smile at that person and still greet, maybe not approach anymore, that person will come back one day. Yeah. So if you just keep that in mind, not being frustrated with the people, not being, it's their problem, not your problem. Yeah. And button tapping is then actually quite interesting that you just, did you see my button? Because automatically you all look now at me, did you see my button? And then they start to read. Some people just don't read. Yeah? And then, do you know by any chance somebody? Obviously, when somebody is huge, you don't want to say, you need that, talk to me now. Yeah? It's rather safe sometimes to say, did you read my button? Do you know by any chance somebody who could be interested in more energy or in losing weight? I always come with more energy or losing weight. So I even give the big person, and I had that recently at the coffee place, it's a huge person sitting there. Yeah? I thought, how can I approach that person? I want to help this person. So please only approach people, not because you want to make a sale. Only approach people because you want to help them. If not, you're on the wrong path. Okay? So I thought, how can I approach that person? What can I do now? So I finally, when I was closer to the person because he was sitting next to the cashier where I needed to pay my coffee, I said, can I ask you something? So I was like, can I ask you something? I think I was nervous also. And I said, do you know by any chance somebody who needs more energy or who needs to lose weight? And he said, I know about that Herbalife. I said, oh, what do you know? He said, I've tried the tea didn't work for me. I said, yeah, but how long ago? Years ago. I said, everything has changed in Herbalife. You don't believe it. We have a 3-day trial now. It's absolutely amazing. So we started to chat a little bit and found out actually that he lives close here to the club. I met him in town and he wants to contact me now when he comes back from holiday. But at least I did the approach. He has my telephone number, you know, so there's opportunity. So start to learn to, and I tell you, you sweat like hell in the beginning. Yeah? Not because of the heat, it's just all of a sudden double hot. Yeah? But get over that. It's so much fun. Think always the moment you wear the button, the moment you smile at somebody, greet somebody, the moment you tap on the button, you give somebody an opportunity. And that might be life-changing. I mean, when you ask Tessa later on, or ask each other later on, the results, what you got from the products, and if you think you wouldn't have been introduced to the product, yeah, and you want to give others the opportunity to feel the same or even better, yeah. So this is all what it is all about. So keep that sale. I want to make a sale completely out of your head, and shift more to I want to help people, and then you attract much more actually the people. Facebook is a brilliant opportunity also to make contact with the people. Now on Facebook, you don't want to post all the time selling Herbalife, selling Herbalife, selling Herbalife. You make a sales pitch and it's boring for the people. Yeah, they actually very quickly defriend you instead of befriend you. So what you do on Facebook is rather post your results. Wow, I just discovered I don't have cravings for bread anymore since I'm on the program. So your friends read that and think, oh, this is something I want to achieve. How did you do that? And then you just write back, hey, I will contact you directly. Then take it off the online stuff where everybody can read your answers, make it more interesting now. Then you contact the person directly or inbox them and start to communicate with them about the 3-day trial, or get them on the phone, or if they live close by, make an appointment with them. It's the easiest. So when you start your little story on Facebook, where you every day there's something new you discover, yeah? Maybe you did, like I did on the 1st of Jan, I did the first time walking up Table Mountain and walking down. So I posted that. The next time you post, oh, I had the most amazing recovery shape. And the next time you post, whoa, lost 10 centimeters above my waistline. I'm so excited. Yeah. Whoa, lost metabolic age. I'm now 3 years younger. So little things like that, or packed in a little story, yeah, people start to follow you. It's almost like a soap opera. Yeah. Some people don't contact you directly, but they become more and more curious. Yeah. It's like neighbors watching you now. Yeah. And one day they actually come back to you and say, hey, what the heck are you doing? Tell me more. Yeah? And this is how you make Facebook far more interesting. Yes, you can post in between. I take on more people who want to have a 3-day trial, who is interested in losing weight or having more energy. So we have posts for that. That's a possibility. But don't overdo it with that. Mix it nicely with interesting stuff. Be also clear when you use Facebook that when you use your private page, Facebook, yeah, that there is not baby. And then you had a bad experience in traffic and you shout about the traffic on Facebook and about politics and about everything. And tomorrow you have toothache and you post that. And then you post, I'm a happy health coach now. It doesn't match. Do you understand? Yeah. So if you like to post a lot about family and your children and babies, then rather maybe start a second page for your business. Yeah. Where you more business related and more controlled, and leave the children's side with the family as you have it already. So that makes sometimes a little bit more sense that people who contact you and your customers, you also want to befriend your customers on Facebook now, but that they are not overloaded with too much of the private things or religious things. I would keep religions and things like that completely separate, because not everybody belongs to the same religion. This is often, be a little bit careful with. I personally got the advice, keep politics and religion completely out, because opinions are always different, okay? Facebook. Profile in WhatsApp. Use your profile in WhatsApp. Do you know what is your profile in WhatsApp? What have you in there? You can write in there, ask me about my 3-day trial. You can make some motivation there. You can change it all the time. When you change your profile, it comes up to people. You have contact as a contact there. You can update your profile picture. So take nice photos of yourself. There you're getting slimmer and slimmer. Yeah? And you just update the profile photo on WhatsApp and on Facebook. And people all of a sudden start to comment on it and say, hey, you're looking so great. Yeah, and you post back, don't ask me why. Instead of saying ask me why, don't ask me why, because then the people start to make it fun. This is what I mean with it. Yeah, we are too serious in life. Make it fun, then the people are much more attracted. Sampling, I love sampling. When you look in my green bag, you're more than welcome to look at it. You see there's the toner now. The toner from our skin range. Perfect refresher. You just spray it on your face. People around you in a queue or in a room where you sit, or when you're working in the office, it smells so refreshing. It refreshes your skin. You wake up immediately, yeah, and it's so great. And then you automatically offer it to the others. Close your eyes, spritz. Close your eyes, spritz. We can do that later on, I'll show you, yeah? And it's so refreshing for the people. Remind me before you leave, I make you a spritzer in your face, yeah? But that's something nice for the people, and people ask you, oh, what's that? oh no, I'm a health coach now. This is part of having enough hydration. I can actually make a free assessment for you that we can find out about your hydration of your body, because it's important, you know, the hydration of your body, and you make another appointment for a wellness assessment or even for a beauty party. The tea, obviously, you want to have the tea always in your bag. You want to have the NRG tea always in your bag. Yeah, NRG, the natural raw guarana beverage. It's brilliant to open up the breathing organs. Yeah, guarana is well known as a natural antihistamine. Now we can't sell our NRG like a natural antihistamine, but the ingredient guarana is known for it. This is why people who suffer sometimes from sinusitis or from breathing when they go for a run, that it opens up nicely. So what I do, and people who know me here, is when I pick that up, that they have actually like a closed chest, so they say, I have asthma at the moment, and you see them already with the pump, can I make you something to drink? And you just mix the NRG and give them the NRG to drink. Don't make medical claims. We are not doing medical claims, yeah? But give them the tea and let them see. And often when you ask them 15 minutes later, how do you feel now? They say, actually, I can breathe much better. Happened to you, Tracy, am I right? Yeah? Okay. So the protein bar. People are always hungry. So when you have protein bars in your bag, yeah, and you can offer somebody a protein bar, or somebody has done a nice job for you. Let's say you are at the bank and somebody has done an extra service for you, and you want to make them a nice gift. I have something for you. You have done such a brilliant job for me. Here's a protein bar. It's healthy chocolate. Healthy chocolate? Oh, I'm a health coach. Can make a wellness assessment. You know what? You're so kind to me. I make a free wellness assessment for you. That has actually a value of 400 Rand. I make a free assessment for you. Why do I put a value to it? Your time is also money. So don't make your time not valuable by saying always free, free, free. Okay? So you can also make that. Lift Off, another great product. It's really, Lift Off is a lift me up. I like to have it in my water bottle as well. It tastes delicious. If you never tried it, just taste it. It is absolutely delicious, and it's very healthy, fizzy drink for the people. So also nice for sampling. The CR7, the Hydrate, obviously brilliant for sampling as well. And our shake. Whenever you have an opportunity to give somebody a taste of our shake, just do it. It automatically sells, because the people sometimes think a shake doesn't taste good. They never tried our shake. Yeah, and try different recipes even for yourself. This is why even a nice shake party at your house, even with your clients, you have already trying different recipes, having fun. Yeah, this is when we have our nutrition Zoom here with all the different recipes. And last Saturday we had pancakes here. The last time there before we had cake here, and all out of the Formula One shake. So people are like, what? You can bake with that? That's amazing. So you make it a little bit easier for the people to get used to. Use the products everywhere, like you said, with the water bottle, it automatically, but use the Herbalife branded bottles and shakers so that the people can see it. And then have the Tanita always with you, because this is a nice way actually to say, you know, when you have friends around, or when you go to visit somebody, the nice, cute little Tanita, what we have now, it's so light that it fits in any bag actually. You never have overweight with it when you travel, but you can put somebody quickly on the scale. Yeah. Oh, I'm so tired today. You know what? Let me find out your metabolic age. Then we can see if something is wrong with you. How can you find out my metabolic age? Come on, I put you on just fill in quickly that form. Come on, we check your metabolic age. Obviously, you get the whole reading. You explain the whole reading to the person. You make the whole presentation like you learn it next Monday. And there you go. Yeah. Again, make it fun. Be a little bit out of the box thinking. What could the person be interested in? Yeah. Nobody wants to know, hey, you're fat. We should put you on the Lady Tanita to show you that you're fat. This is what nobody wants to hear. Yeah. But metabolic age sounds always interesting for the people. Yeah. This is what we even do when we do the stands. Yeah. We did that a couple of times when we have stands somewhere in a shopping mall or garden center where we say, Do you want to know about your metabolic age? How can you know about my metabolic age? Come over, I'll show you. And we take the whole reading, we explain the whole reading. And then people get actually a little bit scared because now they see their visceral fat and all of that, what they didn't want to know. But now they want to know how they can solve it. And basically, through that little conversation, you start to build up trust. That the people trust you, that you are not just a salesperson, that you are honestly interested in them. So it gives just that little break before they actually get warm with you and agree then to an appointment. A survey is a brilliant opportunity as well to step up to people. So if you're interested in survey or in flyers or in a stand in a mall, just let me know. We have a couple of teams already running with that, so where we just can connect you so that never do it on your own. Yeah, do it with somebody together who has already experience so that you get a little bit into the flow. But also make it then a part of doing it on a regular basis, not just once. Because from one time, it can be a brilliant day, it can be a day where you get not many leads out of it, but you need to do it over and over time to build up the confidence and to build up also momentum, yeah, and to build up enough leads actually, because even people you contact today, they might be only interested in 3 months from now. So you never know. So you want to build up a momentum from that as well.
With the protein shake now, my daughter something clever. She went on the shelf and chose Future Life and then compared the protein and the recommended and the intake. And there's like 2 grams difference in protein, and it's not, if you look at it, it's like little variance. How can we say that to a client if and they tell you, I'm using Future Life already? Can I have a look at your product and compare it to? I'm going to get my 90 for 80 grand. Your product is 3.2. So how do you go about doing that? Is your client to come up with that?
Did you do the Tanita reading on them?
Pardon?
Did you do the Tanita reading on them?
I did the Tanita reading, but she got clearer. Not that she wanted to change the product, she was just interested to see what was on the shelf in Pick n Pay and what we had to offer. So I said to her, my answer was that you can take any product from the shelf, but you won't have somebody that guides you through the process. And you won't have somebody that will do assessments at the time to see what your goal is and where you're going. So that made a change in mind a little bit and saying, okay, then I still didn't get the shape. You're trying to save money, you want to be close, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's one of the things.
Look, all I know is I like to say basically, I don't know about that. All I know, Novolato is in 35 years on the market. They have top scientists developing the products. So if it would be possible to make a product for 80 Rand, they would make it for 80 Rand. Yeah? We have a seed to feed initiative. Seed to feed initiative means from the grain which goes into the ground, we know every single process till you get the product into your mouth. So there's the whole chain is monitored and everything is developed by professors and doctors and top people. And I know 21 years back, I dropped 2 pen sizes, never gained it again. I feel today healthier and fitter and more energized than ever before. And I'm 49 years now. Now you can continue what you're doing right now. See your Tanita readings. You might want to come back in 2 weeks, in 4 weeks from now, and we can see it then. I have people like that who used other products. What basically happened is their results got worse. Okay? Good. Going back to us here. So another approach is also when people are tired and you see that, are you tired? And you say then, what did you have for breakfast today? And they say, nothing? Yeah? And then you can explain, hey, when you have no breakfast, that's actually the problem. You might even have that page with you, I'll show you that one now, where you explain about the breakfast. Meaning, when people have no breakfast, the blood sugar drops down. Then they have something, blood sugar spikes up, and you can read actually on the side everything what we explain. You can even put your contact details on it when you want to leave it with the people. This is even something for people when you did an assessment, they say, must think about it, I'm not sure about, or even people who started on the product, you want to give them that page that they make it a little bit more public. What happens with no breakfast, having carbohydrates for breakfast, the muesli, where by the way, your example, Tessa, falls in, more carbohydrates, what that lady bought, and then balanced protein-based breakfast, what we have with the shake. Yeah, so that is a nice explanation, and I'll give you a little bit of homework for that. I have a video link for you, where Leon Weisbein, who is actually a founder circle member in Herbalife, talks about the importance of breakfast and the approach about the healthy breakfast. Very, very interesting training, top training. We have it on a video clip, so you can watch that later on at home when you want.
That group that she I read, I was looking at the latest and first the thing, I actually don't have a breakfast before we work. And the explanation, no, and some people that are strict also that doesn't. And they said, well, I don't have any breakfast because it was like that. If all the fats and whatever go, to the correct departments and some quicker or whatever it can be. So I just thought we just double check with people come like that.
Look, it depends how you feel. So when the question is, I'm exercising early morning and I cannot eat something before. It depends how early. Now, when I go immediately after I woke up for my run, then I usually also have just the tea before and have my recovery shake afterwards because it makes me feel too heavy. But if I feel hungry, I have a few sips of the shake at least. Yeah. If it is like on a workout day, like I had it this morning, where I wake up basically an hour before I go to the workout, then I have a shake before. Yeah. So it's a little bit that you work with the person, how the person feels. But when the recovery is bad from the person, now a sporty person, you want to ask, and what do you have after your workout? Because often they have maybe just a yogurt or they rushed into work and then they only have at work their breakfast. So it's now like from working out at 5 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock, nothing. So definitely they fall into that other range with where I say no breakfast. Yeah. But if we could just, Soraya, this was actually part of our training on Saturday. If we just could keep that discussion separate for afterwards, I gladly answer you that, or for those who are interested, but just going there now further, because this gives a basic information, but you want to get the people then to a wellness assessment. So if you have that discussion with people on the street, their runner says, but I don't have breakfast in the morning and I feel great, cool, take this, keep my number. If you ever want to have a free assessment, give me a shout. Yeah, we cannot convince people when they think they feel great, but leave them the number because they actually don't do. Yeah, so for later on they can make contact with you. Okay, so so I wanted to give you a couple of answers, and I hope I did. With what do you say when people ask you? Did you get a couple of ideas now? Yeah. What are you inviting for? Did you get a couple of ideas? So mainly it's either you have an event planned, like a shake party, a business launch, or you invite them for a personal assessment. Okay, but be clear always to what do you invite them. Don't offer them, come to my shake party. No, you can't come to my shake. Free wellness assessment. You can't come to that. Maybe you want to come for a beauty party. It's like mixed message. Yeah, so rather have there a clear plan. The secret is tracking your numbers. So it's not sitting on that one person. I want to convince that person now and say it in 1,000 words a different time. It's more rather talk to more people. And when you feel you still lack a little bit in skills, then it's just make it up in numbers. The right people will, what I learned in the beginning, and I wrote actually that big on my mirror in the very early days, to the right person you can't say the wrong thing. When somebody is ready for you, you can stutter, you cannot get the sentences right, you have actually sweating like all over, but the people just wants to have it, they are so ready now. Yeah. Whereas when a person is not ready, you can make the best talk, the best presentation ever, and they just don't buy. Then it's just not the right timing. So get that right for yourself, and this is why you want to monitor. The best when you monitor, contact 10 people a day, in which way or ever. Button, talking because of the water bottle, calling a few people, making a stand. Yeah, you got actually with a stand on Sunday. They told me 15 people in 2 hours or 2.5 hours. 15 telephone numbers, people who are interested in a wellness assessment. The garden center, what I posted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then basically out of all these contacts you make on a daily basis, it should be easy then to get your 15 wellness assessments done. So the more you put into the funnel to get your 15 wellness assessments done, the easier it becomes. It's just overcoming that, oh, to whom can I talk today? Just talk to everybody. There's enough people out there who need our help. Yeah. The healthy breakfast. Be clear what are you inviting for. So have their clear focus always in mind. Don't promote too many different things. Be focused on a couple of things. Yeah. If it is the boot camp, then go massively with the boot camp. If it is the shake party, go massive with the shake party. Weight loss challenge, if you want to start a weight loss challenge, if you need more ideas about that, let me know. But then be focused on promoting the weight loss challenge only. If you go for company wellness day, then be really into it, not asking one company a month. Then it's really actively promoting, going into the company. Hey, I'm a wellness coach. HR likes to have wellness days. Are your company also interested in increasing productivity, increasing more energy? This is what I offer for free. Who is the responsible person here? Or you just walk in and say, who wants to lose weight? Who needs more energy? I'm a health coach. Yeah, there's so much response what can happen out of that. You just need to do it then on a regular basis. Don't do it for one day and then you think, nobody responded to me today. It's just maybe it was too hot today. Tomorrow you go to companies and they are all positive. It's then just make it a continuity all the time. Secret again, track your numbers. And this is like how we like to track is actually when you put it down on a sheet, then you see it, and it helps big time. Like Mo and Karianne, we were sitting together this afternoon just looking at the tracking sheet, and it's not, hey, you haven't done your numbers. It's more understanding that building the numbers up towards a goal. So when we know the goal, then it's actually easy also to track. This is why really start to write down the names you were talking to and did the wellness assessments and. Don't hide that. It's very, very crucial, very important. And the final goal is actually basically that you get this chart going. So this chart goes next to that chart. This chart basically is showing your customers. When you think of that chart, 15 wellness evaluation, 10 trial packs lead to 5 customers. And the 5 customers lead to 1 new coach. And basically with these 5 customers, you want to achieve that at the end of the day, you have 10 customers. First line means the person you have or the people you have approached directly, friends or from a stand or whatever. And they get only a smiley. Now you see with Sue and Tom, they have already a smiley, and Mary and Cindy, they get only a smiley when they are happy about their result, when they are And this can be in the first week already. They are so happy. They send you always a text message. Oh, I had my shake. I love my shake. I can't live without my shake anymore. I'm so excited about my shake every morning. So that they're really becoming product lovers, that you really look forward already. When you see their name, you know there comes something excited from them. Yeah. They come basically in for their measurements and they smile broader than you already. They are so excited, yeah? And they jump up and down because they lost another 2 centimeters. Does that make sense? Where you really feel strong about them, they are strong already in their belief in the product result. And basically what you want to build underneath them is a cluster of at least 5 customers, people you meet through that person. Now let's take Sue, for example. That Sue leads me to maybe her husband and maybe her mother. And the mother introduced me then to 2 other friends. And the husband introduced me to a work colleague. So you basically get in the second line, in the third line, in the fourth line, people in different levels now, not directly related to you, but through these people you get introduced to other people. Does that make sense? So basically through referrals, because you do then a brilliant job when people start to refer you. It's working hard when you look all the time for new customers. Smart when people love you for the results, for your support, and they start to refer you. And sometimes we just need to be a little bit more direct in asking for referrals. That we say, when do you introduce me to your husband that I can make an assessment to him? When can I see your mother that I can make an assessment for her? No, she doesn't need to lose weight. She's slim. I said, I don't want to have her on the product. I just want to make an assessment for her. She should know about her body, you know? So when you're a little bit more driven, that you want to see the family of your client, or even that they make a little shake party at their house. Hey, I come to your house. I host your little shake party. I do everything. I host the tea and the shake and everything, and we make for your friend a little shake party. They all can have the Tanita. I come to your house. When can we do that? Yeah? And your client might invite easier 3, 4, 5 people to their house and you go there instead of bringing them to the club, for example. So you get a little shake party going there, maybe even a little weight loss challenge going on there. And when you go there the next time and you measure and weigh the people, there's all of a sudden not just 1, there's 5 all of a sudden. Now that person, Sue, might become interested sooner or later to become an ambassador, to become a member, or not, doesn't matter. So the idea is basically that you build up 10 of these clusters, which gives you at the end of the day 50 customers. And with 50 customers, but built in a smart way, which is underneath 10 customers, you have a solid basic income, which is a good sustainable income also, where you can build from there a nice, lovely team where it leads towards the royalties. Then it's easy actually to build it towards the passive income. It sounds massive in the beginning, but it's actually, when you think of, it's only 10 customers. And with these 10 customers, you see their family and friends. It's basically very simple. It would mean, ideally, you have 10 appointments in a month to see that little cluster and to care about them, because you can see them all together because they are all connected with each other. That can be work colleagues, that can be families. Does that make sense? Yeah? So you want to connect these 2 sheets when you start to monitor. And the strategy on customers is basically every new customers will be new organization for you. So when you want to build a team of health coaches who help more people out there, every customer can be a new health coach. I just came in as a client. I wasn't interested in the business. But when I was at the Members Advantages presentation, I was interested all of a sudden in the business. And so to many clients it happens, yeah? So what we want to do with the ambassador strategy is that we say, when somebody gives us 2 people who start on the 3-day trial, then this person can become an ambassador and goes to the Membership Advantages presentation. and it closes basically then also the circle. And the more often you do that, you end up one day on the president team level if you like to be there. So the basic start is when you look at our marketing plan, the marketing plan actually starts not with a distributor, the marketing plan starts with the Tanita. Jump on my Tanita, get your readings, then you become a customer, and then from there, an ambassador, an active member. So many of you have done exactly that process. And this basically means that you just look then in the circle of influencers. Some will, some won't. Not a problem. Yeah. So you start to develop actually a circle of influencers, and you just dig to find the right people. So it's not about turning around the heads from the people or what they think, like a salesperson try to give you the right things or sentences. It's more about finding the right people who fit to us. And this is how you develop then basically your team of members. And this is how you build it further. This is duplication, because that simple way, everybody can do it. You must not study for that. It's just actually getting the praxis to it. So your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. So maybe you want to remember that always. If you can dream it, you can do it. This is what Mark Hughes said. And the most important is obviously you must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself. It is something you have charge of. When we think always of that, it's just developing ourselves all the time. So when you go into the process, this is now the first part of the basic training. So when you go into the process in developing now your business, don't forget to develop yourself, a little bit of personal development. So this is why we often share motivation on our chat groups on WhatsApp, but also look for yourself for something. If it is a book, or if you need a tip for a book, or our video library, what we find on myherbalife.com, brilliant stuff for personal development. It's maybe a 5-minute clip in the morning, which can change already a little bit your mindset and your attitude, because it's so much negativity out there, and sometimes we must protect ourselves, not just by eating the right thing, also to getting the right thoughts here and being on the right track. Because when you are positive, you attract more positive things. Yeah? This is where you can see sometimes when you think, I don't know, everybody is so negative around me. Think how you feel at the moment. Then it's actually we need to change ourselves. This is what Jim Rollins means here. We are in charge, yeah, so that our magnet is positive again to attract actually the positive things. Dream it, wish it, do it. I love the Nike slogan, just do it. Don't talk so much, just do it. Yeah, take action. And this is so important. Everything works when you work. Just do it. Don't be scared about mistakes or stuff like that. What you should have, if you want to have a little bit a basic equipment for your business, if you're really serious, then you want to have the Tanita sooner or later. That small model is 850 Rand. You also can work for it the next 3 months, January, February, March. Is the last month where you can get it for free from Herbalife, and you have 3 consecutive months, 500 volume points on a members level. So well done for those who are on the game already, yeah? And the others just catch it up. The wellness evaluation, the presentation, and the forms, ask your sponsor or ask me. We will have it the next week also. It's available already on Dropbox or on our page. Have a diary. Very important. You want to make appointments, you want to have a diary. I believe still in paper. So I have a book actually where I write in my appointments and everything. You might want to find out if you're practical on the phone, but diarize everything. Diarize also all our meetings. You want to have a 3-day trial button. If you go for 3-day trial, You want to learn about the chat ring. If you haven't heard about it, I was amazed. I put 2 people actually on the chat ring last week. I measured and weighed them today. The one lost 3% body fat, the other one 4.5% body fat. So it's serious to consider to try the chat ring besides the energy you get from it.
Something. Are you putting plants on the deep cleaner? I thought we were just doing it ourselves.
Good clients, yes.
Oh, okay.
Good clients, yes. I have with them in the talk that I say, listen, I have something very, very special. Actually, we just share it within the coaches. But you know what? I believe you should have that extra, give it a little bit a go. Yeah, not brand new clients, but those. Look, it's official products we have available. So there's nothing, no hidden agenda or anything. It's more that I only would recommend it to you to offer it to somebody when you use it for yourself and you have already a little bit experience with it, that you really feel a difference with it. Okay? And then obviously become excited to become the best version of yourself. Work every day on your own body, energy level, whatever it is, fitness level, and focus on your daily improvement in each level. The important dates, we were talking already earlier about it. Diarize it, please. Very, very important. This is where you find all the forms. So we have a new web page coming up. I just need to finalize a couple of things, but you can go on it already. It's called level10club.co.za, where you find in the coaches corner the presentation book, our questionnaire, what we use for the assessment and all of that. We had it before always on a Dropbox. For those who still remember the Dropbox times, I wanted to make it a little bit simpler. Just when you go onto the coaches corner, you still have to sign in for the very first time so that you're connected actually, because not everybody has access, but obviously the coaches do have. Yeah. And then these are the video clips. I can also email them to you. The one is about the healthy breakfast. And the other one is about the 3-day trial. These are 2 very important video clips I highly recommend to watch to understand more and more the flow of the healthy breakfast and obviously also the 3-day trial. Both video clips are around 45 to 60 minutes, depends where you want to watch it. All the coaches, you're welcome to use also the club here. We have free internet here, so just ask me for the password. So if you want to come with your laptop, want to watch it here, never ever a problem. And on Sunday, we have always the basic training as well online. So if you have members and coaches who can't come here because they live too far away, you can connect them also to our online conference where we make on a Sunday evening at 8 o'clock, the members training as we did it here right now. I keep you always posted. There's a link. You click on that link. You just need to be online and you're in the conference. That's actually how I record it now. I'm just curious if everything worked out with the recording here now, but this is basically how we work from there. Yeah, I can send you the links because the links to type it in might be a little bit difficult, but then also you can see with that online conference, if somebody cannot be online, there's even a telephone number they can dial in and can listen at least. Obviously they can't see because they can't be online, but they can listen to the conference and can get also information from there. And obviously, because it's in English, it's for all English-speaking countries. So I even have people from the US dialing in on that, or I send them the recording because of time difference might be difficult. So think also of people outside from South Africa. If you have people in the UK or in wherever in the world, we are in more than 90 countries. You can put them on the product, you can register them as members, and we can help them also. There's trainings live there, but they can also connect to our online trainings as well. So I hope this was some information today. You got something out of it, you could take some notes, and obviously I'm always there for you to take it further. We always can scratch and can open up for more questions, and we take it further from there. I just stop here quickly the meeting.